Hey guys, Nick here. Today we will be looking at this brand new 2023 Honda XR150. So as you know, this is a completely new model in Honda's dual sport / adventure lineup that they offer. We have the 150 platform thrown into a dual sport that's budget friendly to anyone that's getting new into riding or even a parent that wants to buy a bike for their kid. So we're going to talk about this bike. I'm going to ride it. We're going to do some trail riding with it here in the grass, in the field. We're going to see how it rides off-road because everyone's riding it on-road and telling you about how, it works on the road. But let's talk about and focus on more today the off-road aspect of this bike. So firstly, before we get started walking around and talking about the XR, I want to briefly mention and thank JAF Motors, located in Scotia Glenville, New York, for lending me this afternoon to show you all and allow me to drive it just a little bit here. So I'll have all their info down below. It'll pop up on the screen. So if you're interested in getting one of these or any of Honda's products, definitely hit them up. They as well do Yamaha. But let's talk about the XR. So let's first, of course, address pricing on this. We have a $29.71 MSRP on this bike. Then you have a destination in freight on this, which is about like $200 and like $100. So you're getting this bike, you could theoretically get this bike out the door from a dealership for roughly like $3,300. And then, you have sales tax depending where you're located. And these, these prices might vary from your dealership, but you're essentially getting a dual sport, which is a dirt bike and a road bike that's a street legal motorcycle for, $3,300, which is pretty nuts. Honda has been tackling this entry, affordable, really budget-friendly, cheap motorcycle platform in the last couple of years. First, when they dropped the ball with the Honda Navi, for like $1,900, and then of course you'd have assembly and freight into a little scooter that's again street legal, had storage on it. That was a big move and bold move by Honda to produce something like that, and it's really done very well and it's been very successful for them. So now they did it with the dual sport market. So this is quite the package you're getting for, again, basically $3,300. You're getting a 5-speed transmission, a 149cc air-cooled, again, single-cylinder engine. It's carbureted, so it has a fuel shutoff, it's a carb, a choke on it. So that's the only con side of this bike. If you spend, more like $5,500 or something towards like the 300L, you're going to get a 6-speed transmission, you're going to get fuel injection, you're going to get a higher output motor, a little more travel, a bigger fork on it, and so forth. But you're also paying the extra almost double the price on something like that than this. Another great benefit though, on top of all these nice power plant features, is you get a rear rack on the back, and it is set up to be a 2-seater, this bike. So you can haul 2 people around on it, and as well having some luggage and storage on the back of it. So the utility usage really shines on this bike between, holding 2 people and then having luggage on the back. It's just a really nice system. But let's get up close and show you the dash. Alrighty, so let's get up close with the XR. So of course you just have a speedometer for, your miles on it, and you also have a trip down here. Turn signal indicator, high beam, and a neutral light. So of course you get 2 keys. Neutral light, if I turn the high beams on, you're going to see the blue light right there. If I turn the blinkers on, you're going to see that right there. Probably curious what that looks like. So there's our headlight. Here's our turn signal right there. Coming around to our rear rack. See that right there. With our tail light. So that's all that is. We got a horn. High beam, low beam kind of light. We got our emergency kill, our start, our run switch, and our start. This one I've had running a little bit, so it is up to temperature, but something to notice and take away is how extremely quiet this bike is. Just listen. And again, it has been running. There really wasn't much gas, and you can just tell how silent and quiet this bike is. I mean, it's not a huge CC engine, but it really has quite the muffler on it. Now we're gonna come down here because a couple important things everyone wants to see. We have our fuel on, turn it this way. It's gonna be our off. Then if we turn it downwards, that's gonna put it into our reserve. So I want it on right now. Down in here, you're gonna see right here is our choke. So all the way down is off. It's gonna click all the way up to here, that's on. And then you have a couple preset checkpoints on where your choke is gonna start. So, you know, on a warmer day, but it hasn't been running, you're probably gonna use about half choke. And all the way off once it's kind of been running. It usually likes to do half choke before it runs. This motor is basically brand new too though, so it needs to be broken in. And then of course on those cooler days, you're definitely gonna be needing to use that choke. Right under this compartment, you're gonna find your battery, little 10 mil screw right in here. You're gonna find, take that off, 2 push pin points, just pops right out. That gives you access to your battery. Well, this is all you're gonna find on this side. Really not too much to see over here or talk about. So let's go drive it. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that brief little bit of riding footage on this. I did get to drive it a little bit more than what you've seen on video. Unfortunately, I just had limited corners today into filming due to some arrangements and move arounds going on in the background here. But I hope that I'll give you a little bit of a taste of, you know, feel and sound and so forth on the 150. I got to play a little bit in the dirt here though with it, so I found the gearing is actually quite nice on it. It's not too long, but you can tell it's definitely set up for the road with how it's geared. And you know, that's something you would expect on something that's gonna be a street legal, you know, dual sport on off-road. The power output's not too bad. It's nice, it gets up and it moves around, but it's definitely nothing that puts you in your seat, which is again expected for the price point and what you're getting. I think though that's not what you're gonna really take away in what the purpose of this bike is though. The purpose of this bike is a super cheap, budget-friendly, reliable drivetrain from a brand that everyone knows is well known. It's gonna retain, it's gonna hold its value. It's gonna help you get out and ride if it's gonna be your first bike, or if you wanna buy a dirt bike for your kid that wants to get their permit eventually, you know, they're 15, 16, 17 years old, somewhere's in that range, and you wanna get them out and riding on the trails a little bit, and you also want them to get their permit and maybe ride with you on the road. So I think there's a lot of ways this can be applied and it'll be used and it can be enjoyed. And as a lot of us know, the small CC stuff is a lot more trending, and that's what everyone really wants, because stuff like this, you can run it hard in a small area. You don't need a huge plot of land or a lot of open road to enjoy and run this bike and use all the power that it offers. And that's what makes the smaller CC stuff stand out and so much more enjoyable to a lot of people that own these huge, larger CC motocross bikes or even street bikes and so forth, and it even carries over to the side-by-side. So you're getting a lot here for the money at the end of the day. And I've said that a million times, and you truly are. You also have a 2.8 gallon fuel tank on this, so you're gonna be riding it all day long. I mean, you'll probably put 150 miles on it before you even really have to worry about the gas and stuff. So you're gonna be running this for a while before you even have to worry about gas. So it's cheap in every aspect. Maintenance is gonna be nothing. You know, the oil, it doesn't take much oil. I don't even think there's an oil filter on this bike, so it's just, you know, gonna be cheap. It's gonna be easy to maintain. You can do it yourself. You don't even need to bring it to the shop and stuff. So yeah, again, I want to thank JAF Motors for lending me this though today, this afternoon, to show you all very briefly. I'm hoping to get this video out Sunday morning. I know last Sunday the video came out in the afternoon. That was my bad. But I'm trying for about every Sunday morning here. You guys are gonna be seeing uploads, or every other Sunday. So definitely stay tuned for more. I'm not totally sure what entails what you will see next week, as this randomly popped into the shop and is going right out. So I was actually very lucky here to get my hands on this today. But so those are really my final thoughts. Again, guys, please comment down below what you want to see. I've been enjoying the feedback on the videos. So stay tuned for more. See you guys in the next one. Have a good night. Bye.